Are you thinking of buying a house long distance? Well, many people in Flagstaff do exactly that. For 5 tips that will make this less stressful, join me now. My name is Katanya Hartwell with Village Land Shop. I'm a local realtor serving Flagstaff and the surrounding areas. I've lived here for almost a decade and I love it here. I post new videos weekly about living the Flagstaff life. Make sure you subscribe right there so you see future content. So are you buying a house long distance? Well, I've got 5 tips to help make your life a little easier. Tip number 1, do your research. If you're moving to an area you've never been to before, you want to make sure and do your research. There's a lot of things you can do online. So take the time, look at some of the homes, look at some of the neighborhoods. Flagstaff has many neighborhoods and we're very neighborhood oriented. There are some places in Flagstaff that are very walkable and you can easily walk to many stores. Is that an area you want to live in? Do you want to live in a neighborhood where there are small children because you have small children and you want your children to have friends to play with? Do you want to be near a charter school, near a public school? Do you want to be close enough to a school that your children can walk to? Do you have children? Do you want to live near college students? Some people choose to go a little further out from the city into the rural area. The rural areas are really not that far, but when you're used to only driving 10 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes can seem like a long time. And some of our rural areas don't have a full-size grocery store, so you're driving to town to get to the grocery store. So you want to think about that too. There are even quite a few places where you can live off the grid, and that means trucking your own water or having a service company deliver it for you. So research, research, research. Right? That brings me to tip number 2. Maybe you've identified 2 or 3 neighborhoods you think you will like, and you've looked at a lot of houses online. From there, you want to narrow down your research. Which one had the Saltillo tile? Which one had the vaulted ceilings we like? Wait, was that one 2 bathrooms or 2.5? The fewer homes that you have to look through, the easier it is to remember which ones that you prefer. Tip number 3 is find an agent. You want to find a local agent in that area who's willing to work with you long distance. Someone who maybe is willing to take some videos. I have a 360 camera so that I can go and take a video. It's really lovely because you can stop the video, you can pan all around the room, you can put some VR goggles on your phone, and it will seem like you're there in person. It can give you a good sense of what it feels like and what it looks like and how close and how far everything is from each other. It's much better than photographs. And after you see some videos and take some time to look at those in 3D, it might be easier to cross certain houses off your list and highlight other houses. Finding an agent who's willing to work with you long distance can save you a lot of time. Tip number 4, know your market. Is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? Is it a little bit of both? Maybe for more expensive homes, it's a buyer's market. Maybe for less expensive homes, it's a seller's market. What kind of home can you expect to get with the budget that you have? And how quickly will someone else put an offer in on the very home that you want? Well, if it's summer, that can happen in just a matter of days. The market moves fast in the spring and even faster in the summer. If it's a buyer's market, there are more homes available than there are buyers. If it's a seller's market, there are fewer homes for sale and more people ready to buy them. And you need to know what kind of activity is going on in your market so that you can craft the best offer that has the most likelihood of being accepted the first time around. Tip number 5 is do your inspections. So, you've come to town, you've looked around, you've found the right one, you put in an offer, and it was accepted! Woo! Now you go back home. However, there still are the inspections to do. Your real estate agent can attend those inspections on your behalf, taking their 360 camera again to look around and look at all the things that you want to see. If you're not going to be there in person, it's really important that you do not skimp on the inspections. Bonus tip, plan for the closing. How are you going to do it? Are you going to close out of town or are you going to come back for the closing in person? I do recommend that you come back in person for the closing. One reason is that if you miss anything on the paperwork and it's found later, it can be a real hassle to take care of then, and it can cause the closing to be delayed, and nobody wants that. And also there's the final walkthrough. You definitely want to be there in person for that. It's so important that you make sure everything is exactly like you want it. And no sneaky woodpeckers have pecked through the siding and pulled out all the insulation and strewn it all over the yard. You don't want that. And that has actually happened. So now you know how to make your life a little easier, less stressful when you're looking for a house long distance. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Oh, and hit the bell so that you'll get notified of future videos. If you're thinking of moving to Flagstaff and have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. I love that we're caught. Bleh. I love, we're just not going to say that. There's more homes available than there are. No, that's wrong. Isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to edit that because, ooh, beep.